Hello everyone, welcome to my Module 10 teaching memo. We had my granddaughter over for our annual Christmas parade and decorating weekend. The weather cooperated and I am starting this memo from IHOP. I started it from IHOP. That was her request for Sunday breakfast. Looks like the College Bowl football championships are all set. I went to bed Saturday night thinking Ohio State was going to be left out. Nope, they are not. My Patriots are in trouble though. They are in need of a shot of adrenaline. They woke up in the second half, but lost their second straight. Okay, a little housekeeping. As the title for this video explains, the end is nigh. Only 2 modules left with lots of uploading to do. Your revised select response test needs to be uploaded in Module 10. Remember, I do not deduct points for late work. Timeliness is only a factor in discussions. Your 3-part analytic summary is due in the upcoming module, Module 11. And your vocabulary in your own words and your 3-part analytic summary, your baseline survey in Module 12, which you should have been working on already. Remember, your baseline survey needs citations, not like your initial baseline survey. Make sure you scroll through your grades to ensure you haven't missed anything. I have tried to keep up with notifying people if something is missing, but I realize that not everyone checks their Turo email regularly like Dr. Tom does. I have it on my phone, and you should too. I have not given many people a 5 in the connections area of the discussion board. That's the last part of the rubric. However, the current discussion provides an excellent opportunity to try out some strategies in the classroom. If you do, tell us how it went in the IOA discussion board, instructionally oriented assessment. Finally, please consider my feedback please consider giving me feedback in the My Evaluation discussion board. This is different from the Turo course evaluation, about which you have been getting emails and for which I have a link in Module 10 and Module 11. Of course, I don't get the results of those, I don't get that feedback until well into the next semester. So feedback you give me in this discussion board, my evaluation discussion board, I'll get immediately and I'll be able to incorporate into my next semester. So I'm especially looking for feedback on new experiences I've tried for the first time this semester. Overlapping discussion boards. The progress monitoring discussion board was new this year, this semester. The create the 3-part analytic summary rubric, that modified discussion board, and adding a graphic to the 3-part analytic summary. All those are new this semester. I tried to find a way you could do it anonymously, so you could, because some people are afraid that I'm going, this is the old mentality of, I hate to say it, but it's pretty common today in politics, but if you don't say what I like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to call you names. But that is not the way I am. It will have nothing to do with your grade. You can see your grades, your total grade ongoing. If I did something dramatically to that, I shouldn't be teaching. But based on you giving me negative or supportive feedback that is not positive. I tried to make it so you could do it anonymously, but I don't think that it's something Canvas you can do in Canvas, but I don't know. Module 11, the modified discussion board for creating the 3-part analytic summary rubric has closed. My objective was twofold. 1, to get you to see how difficult it was to create student-friendly descriptions of quality. Many of you use general terms, which are teacher-friendly. and subjective, but not helpful to students. I was encouraged by your discussions and feedback, although there was too much nice job with no supportive comments to make it better. Giving actionable feedback is one of the more important parts of the formative assessment process. And all through this course, you've been doing things where you're giving feedback to each other. And just saying nice job is not helpful. Might feel good, not helpful. In this module, we will continue our discussion of formative assessment and grading practices that don't distort achievement. Many of you have used this discussion board to outline how this course, my course, has been like the strategies of Miss W in the Arter video. That is appreciated because I've taken a lot of what the Arter video has said and tried to make my course more like that. So it's appreciated, especially if you highlight the topics of this discussion: exemplars, rubrics, discussions of quality, teacher and peer feedback, 50 is the lowest grade, increase weighting assignments as you receive more feedback, second chances on quizzes, and the solicitation of student feedback to make the course better. Those are all things I've incorporated. I gotta stop pounding my table because it makes a noise in the video. These are all strategies I've tried to model because we tend to teach the way we were taught as opposed to what we were taught. The IOA discussion has been open for 2 weeks and will be open for 1 more week. I will be popping in and out to react to some of your comments throughout the week, so make sure you check back after you post. I have subscribed to all of the discussion boards, which means I get an email every time you make a post. That way I get to read and react to them in real time. If you were surprised when I responded immediately to one of your posts, that's the reason. It's not that I'm lurking, stalking, or just waiting. If I'm sitting around at night, I will check my email and respond to something I find either a misconception or something interesting. I'm continually trying to upgrade my course by adding more recent material to each module. As you saw in the Create the 3-Part Analytic Summary rubric, creating that, I shared a student's Excel spreadsheet, which I thought was very well done. In a table I created is an exemplar for the graphic section, which I thought was well done as well. Of course I did. I also added an article, Merrill 2019, shared by one of my 640-20 students on a topic several of you mentioned, that allowing do-overs will encourage some students not to try hard on their first attempt or demotivate students that work hard during the first attempt. I don't agree with everything in the article, but it gives a nice look into rationales of many teachers and many of my students for devising ways to outwit students trying to game the system. Unfortunately, many of us create our classroom rules and do our procedures based on the worst kids, rather than saying what will motivate most of them. But that's human nature, I guess. I'm always trying to add to my pre-K resources, and I shared an article, it's actually about kindergarten, in my 640-23 section on formative assessment issues in pre-K. The author mentions a variety of techniques and focuses somewhat on assessing ELLs. She mentions running records, checklists, and provides some resources you might find useful. For all you birth through 12 people, you may find it stimulating. I will be grading your modified discussion board and revised selected response tests this week, and also if you submitted your vocabulary in your own words, I'll be trying to get to that as well. I will not be giving a great deal of feedback on these items. I will be making comments if you uploaded a Word document. I noticed someone also is still cutting and pasting into the text box, which I can't make comments on that if you did that. So that's it for this week. I will be back with one more teaching memo next Monday.